much you enjoy. I really appreciate by applauding. This concert will also be live streamed this evening, so we are being joined by families and friends from near and far. Thank you and enjoy the concert.
Westview Sketches was written by Colorado composer Kurt Vogel in 2011 to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Westview Middle School. This piece was inspired by the beautiful view of the mountains and how it changes through the seasons. We are honored tonight to be joined on stage by Mr. Vogel, along with the former Westview students and friends of our Westview band program. Ms. Kamak would like to thank each and every one of you for your many connections and relationships we have formed through music. You all have been a part of the continuing success of music at Westview. Thank you, and please enjoy Westview Sketches.
All right, excuse us while we move just a little bit. Thank you all so much for coming tonight to our final band concert of the school year here at Westview Middle School. This is our 7th grade band, and they were joined to start by alumni from Westview, along with family and friends of our Westview Music Department. Just a really, really cool gesture for us to be able to share in that music this final night. So it's so nice, and I appreciate each and every one of them taking their time to come and do that with us. And I appreciate these 7th graders taking the time to put in the extra rehearsal to be ready for such a large task. Our 7th grade portion tonight is back onto our movie madness, as our traditional final concerts are. So we've got some interesting movie tunes for you. Before we do that first tune, we have one more introduction. We have a guest conductor, and she is also your new band director at Westview. So I would like to introduce to you Miss Carrie Proctor.
From small and weak to big and strong, Captain America steps out of the pod and becomes a hero as the song Captain America by Alvin Silvestri plays in the background. This piece of music is exciting and really shows what a hero Captain America is.
we present some student awards. These awards are particularly important, I think, because these are awards that are voted and elected by their peers. So these are all students who have been chosen by their classmates and selected to receive these awards. And I can tell you this year my envelope is quite a bit thicker than it normally is, but there were so many students who had received such moving nominations that I didn't think we could eliminate any of them. So we have several more receiving awards this year than we usually do, but they're all well-deserved. So students, as we call your name, if you come up and stand here, fantastic. Our first award is presented to students in the category of leadership and called our Leadership Award. And these are people who their peers felt like they always put the ensemble and the group first. They are always a positive example, and they take charge when necessary. So our first award tonight goes to Alexis Felberg. And our second Leadership Award is presented to Willa Conley. Our next category of awards are going to students who their peers would like to recognize them as demonstrating an extremely high level of music making. And this is what we call our Outstanding Musician Award. And I can tell you, parents of this 7th grade band, this was the hardest one for us to figure out because there are so many amazing, stellar, hardworking musicians in this band. To recognize just a few was excruciating to narrow down. So please know, students, it was hard for us to find people who didn't exemplify this award, which is a testament to all of you, so thank you. But our first Outstanding Musicianship Award goes to Simon Von Hatten. And our second Outstanding Musician Award is for Rachel Kramer. Our next category of award, to me, I think is one of the most important. And these are students that are being recognized by their peers for showing a great amount of growth. Whether that growth is musically, or whether that growth is personally, or whether that growth is academically. These were all students that their peers really wanted to recognize as being people who they saw this year really step up in many different areas. So our first Step Up Award is Keller Tyree. And our second Step Up Award tonight goes to Jonah Turner. All right. And as we all here support these middle school learners and know how important it is for them to be developing as people, not just musicians, this final award category is for exactly that. People who we are recognizing for always showing great kindness, great humility, outstanding character, and these are people who are always willing to help everyone and anyone around them. So these are our Heart of Gold Award winners this year. The first is Celia Franken. And our second 7th grade Heart of Gold Award winner goes to someone who is brand new this year to our band, but is definitely, by the number of nominations and votes they received, a very welcome addition, which is hard to do sometimes when you're joining a new band in the middle of your music career of middle school. So this last Heart of Gold Award goes to Javier Sinora. for you. Like I mentioned before, to be recognized as an outstanding student in this group of this giant sea of amazing human beings is truly an honor. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. Thank you to your peers, and make sure when you sit down, you thank those people around you because they are the ones who thought you should be recognized. Thank you so much. Okay. A few more recognitions while we are on our thank you portion of our 7th grade concert here. As always, thank you so much to Longmont High School for allowing us to use these beautiful facilities. We've talked with students extensively about what a jam we would be in if we weren't able to use these facilities. We simply do not fit in any of the Westview facilities. There's too many amazing musicians and they just don't fit there. With this band alone in the gym with just their parents, we wouldn't fit on the bleachers. So thank you so much to Longmont High for allowing us always to use these wonderful facilities. Thank you so much to the supportive staff and administration at Westview Middle School. One of our sayings at Westview is that it's not like this everywhere, and that is a clear testament to the support of the staff and to the support of the administration. In particular tonight, a special thank you to my amazing music team, Connie Doolin, Lydia Young, and Chu Vu, 3 of the most amazing humans on the planet. If you don't know them, get to know them. And they are so excited, as am I, to welcome Ms. Proctor to that mix. Your children will be in amazing hands and continue to thrive in music and continue to have amazing opportunities at Westview and in music and with Ms. Proctor. And I know she has so many amazing ideas. Even yesterday I walked in and she was working with 6th graders in a different way than I had ever seen done before, and it was just heartwarming to know, like, this is where this is supposed to go. So 7th grade band, thank you so much for your amazing work, your amazing school year, your amazing resilience for when our concerts and our festivals have been canceled by snow, even though you worked so hard and being so patient and being okay with having us bring in clinicians and running a festival in our band's room, even though you worked super hard to be able to go out to lunch and everything. So thank you so much. And as I told the students when I let them know that I would not be returning to Westview next year, the biggest tribute that they could give me would be to continue in music. Every single one of them is doing amazing things, and they are doing that through music and through the friendships that are happening around them each and every day, and the opportunities that they have all experienced through music. So that is the biggest tribute that they could leave me with. Thank you.
Sesame Street by Paul Bertha was a great way for us to work on swing style. Swing style is a style of jazz, which jazz band already knew how to do, but non-jazz band kids had to branch away from a concert style and work hard to train ourselves into the jazz style. Sesame Street first aired in 1969 and is still going on today. As adorable as it was to play, it sure gave me a craving for sesame chicken.
Of this piece tonight. One of the most amazing parts of my job is being able to choose literature for these kids that not only helps them extend their musical skills, but hopefully speaks to them and helps them reconnect with their inner child. This piece tonight I would like to dedicate to my very first class I ever taught. Our first marching band show was Sesame Street. For our next piece, we have a little bit of a transition, and if I can ask our tech to put up the house lights, because we are going to, now we shared our music with our alumni and music friends on stage. We're now going to give you, the audience, the experience of what it's like to sit amongst these musicians, not just experience them from the stage. So if you give us just 1 second, they assured me they have been ready to execute this seamlessly.
Just blame it on your mother. Or the way we're gonna go to see so that she go back.
This Is Me from The Greatest Showman is an emotional song talking about loving for who you are, not for what people want you to be. This piece is arranged by Mark Taylor, has brought us to play with energy and with passion. The message that we would like to share with our audience for this piece is empowering. It is to love who you are without excuses and to be proud. Also, I would like to thank you for pushing us to be better, to work hard, to learn more, but most importantly, to love playing music. We wish you good luck on your new adventure. All of us were lucky because we were lucky to have you in our lives. Thank you. We're going to miss you.
practice that. So, awesome! Thanks so much. Just give us one more second to transition again. We'll get the 8th graders up here and continue on with our entertainment.
I'll be gone.
All right, and now on stage we have for you our 8th grade band who is performing their final middle school concert tonight. And Jason is going to tell you about their first piece.
The Muppet Show debuted in 1976 and was a fantastic medley of sweet and mischievous. Jim Henson's Muppets, including Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, produced a weekly variety show with a range of famous guests. This piece represents our band well. We too are a medley of sweet and mischievous, and while our variety shows are quarterly, we hope that they have entertained our audience nonetheless.
Ashokan Farewell is a piece composed by Jay Ungar. It was originally written as a lament to express the melancholy feeling he experienced when he returned home after a music festival where he had engaged in highly meaningful music making. Later on, he was approached by Ken Burns at PBS to use the melody he had written as part of the documentary series, The Civil War. This beautiful melody can be heard throughout the entire piece, accompanied by varied instrumentation to convey evolving emotions. Please enjoy Ashokan Farewell. We would also like to join Ms. Proctor to conduct us. Yes.
On our first Movie Madness concert 3 years ago, our favorite song was Pirates of the Caribbean. We ask you to remember back to that first Movie Madness concert, and tonight we would like to show you how much we have grown as musicians by performing it one more time for you.
Okay. Miss Proctor, could you come help me with awards, please? And much like our 7th grade band, this 8th grade band is full of spectacular people, spectacular musicians, and students who have gone above and beyond to take so many opportunities to extend their musicianship skills, from honor band opportunities to youth band opportunities in universities to auditioning for different groups. They have done some amazing, amazing things this year. So 8th graders and 7th graders in our auditorium, if you were a part of an honor band this year, if you auditioned for an honor band this year, if you were part of honor jazz, if you performed at solo and ensemble this year, if you took any opportunity to extend your musicianship skills, if you played at your church, if you played at the nursing home for your service project for NGHS, if you took any of those opportunities to play outside of where you have to play for your grade on this concert stage, could you stand up and be recognized, please? And I think that's a true testament to these students and their character, the fact that they are all willing to go above and beyond and put themselves out there, take those chances, because there's always a chance that they say no. And some of them have had that experience, and we've talked about that too. So our awards tonight for 8th graders are in our same categories as our 7th graders to start the night, and then we've got some top secret things over here. But our leadership awards, again, to those students who their peers elected to be the people who are always putting the ensemble first, always being a positive example, and always taking charge when necessary. And the first leadership award to 8th grade band goes to Drew Miller. And our second leadership award, again, somebody putting the ensemble first and always positive and always willing to take charge and help out, Maggie Watson. And our leadership awards. These are students that their peers wanted to recognize for always putting the ensemble first, being a positive example, and taking charge when necessary, which, as all of you as parents of middle school students, is often necessary. You know this. So these are students who are always willing to step up and conduct the band when necessary, always willing to step up and lead warm-ups, always willing to step up and help out with whatever they can, and their peers would like to acknowledge that. And so this first award tonight goes to Owen DiCarlo. All right. And our next award is for some outstanding musicians in our ensemble tonight. All of these are recognized by their classmates of having a high level of music making and always demonstrating that. So our first Outstanding Musician Award goes to Henry Verona. And the second Outstanding Musician Award, again, a student who has taken so many opportunities to go above and beyond their musical requirements and extend their skills, Maura Ashton. And this was another award that these 8th graders just had too many people that they thought were awesome. So we're going to get a few more Outstanding Musician Awards too. So this next musician, again, somebody who has taken opportunities to extend their skills, always looking to challenge themselves, be better, do better, and that I would like to personally congratulate, because I think it has been at least 2.5 months since I have had to pick up his music off the band room floor. So that should be an award in and of itself. He's ready for high school, Preston Cross. And a great sport, as you can tell. Preston and I have fun. Our next category of awards are those students that their peers would like to recognize as students who have stepped up, really extended their skills, extended themselves, and it's being noticed by the people around you. So the first Step Up Award goes to Calvin Eisman. And our second Step Up Award goes to Sheridan McDee. All right. The last category here, again, our Heart of Gold Award winners. People who truly always are helping me out, who are always making sure that they're being kind to others. And these two particular people, I think, are two of the most helpful students I've ever had. And I think that that will it will serve them well as they proceed in life. Their level of kindness is extraordinary, and their level of noticing when things need done and just doing it. And again, two people who tell you hello every day. They tell you goodbye when they leave the classroom. Just lovely, lovely people to be around. So our two Heart of Gold Award winners this year are Bella Russell and James Wilson. Okay, so there's a secret one in my envelope here. We performed at the Skyline Jazz Festival just 1 week ago. These outstanding jazz musicians did a phenomenal job. Both of their clinicians asked 3 or 4 times, "Are you sure this isn't a high school? I think this is a high school jazz band." And we reassured them, nope, just middle school, just middle school. They performed incredibly well, earned superior ratings on their performance, and more than that, had a great educational opportunity to learn from professional jazz musicians. And those clinicians had one person in particular that they wanted to give an award to, which is very unique, and you should not take lightly. This jazz festival is a 3-day-long festival, mainly populated by high school jazz bands, and they wanted to make sure that one of our jazz musicians was recognized as an outstanding soloist. So, this Outstanding Soloist Award from the Skyline Jazz Festival goes to Maggie Watson. Okay, the 2 top secret awards. These are not voted on by your peers. These are voted on by me and Ms. Proctor. Yeah, Ms. Proctor and I, and we consulted Ms. Young as well, and probably Ms. Doolin too. We always get a consensus. These 2 students will be recognized forever on the plaque on the wall right inside our band room door as the Director Awards recipients. This is an award that goes once a year, only to 8th graders. And this Director's Award we view as students who encompass every single one of these award categories. Every single one of these award categories, on top of being students who have embraced wholly what music can do in their life, who have embraced wholly what being a part of an ensemble means, and helping those around them and encouraging them to understand that same thing. We usually only have one, and this year we couldn't. Me sat with it for almost 3 whole weeks before Mr. Booth said, "You have to take the plaques to the trophy shop or we're not going to give them back in time. You must make a choice." And so I said, you know what? I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to do them 2, because I can, because Gage said it was fine. Okay. So these 2 students have done extraordinary things, not just this year in their 8th grade band, but all the duration of their musician career. Every opportunity extended to them, they take. Both of them currently are seeking out opportunities as we speak to travel with high school students out of the country, to Japan, to Europe, to wherever they can take themselves with music. And so both of these students' names have already been added to our wall plaque that goes in the room. And then we also got them a plaque to take home for their own commemorative purposes. So our 2 Directors Award winners for this year's 8th grade band are Sophia Isle and Nate Bowman. So much, all of our students and all of these 8th grade band students who have done so much hard work. So many achievements, so many outstanding people. Thank you so much. Okay. Before we finish our last piece, and I know that the students have nominated a person to take a moment to say a few words, I'm going to do my best to do this. I've practiced it 3 or 4 times, hoping that it would get easier, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's really not going to. So I apologize. I cannot tell you what an extreme honor, the honor of a lifetime, it has been to be the band director at Westview Middle School for 15 years. I am amongst some of the finest music educators in this country, not just at Westview, but in our community of St. Vrain and beyond. I feel so just incredibly honored that so many of those people joined us tonight. There are so many wonderful faces in the audience that I could not have done this job without, and to each and every one of you, I thank you immensely. To these 8th grade band students sitting here on the stage, who the day that I shared with them that I was leaving Westview were more upset than I'd ever seen a group be, which gutted me. And then I reminded them that I wasn't sure why they were so upset. They were leaving me. They were leaving me. So, every single student who's sitting on this stage knows what hard work is. Every single student sitting on this stage knows what failure feels like, and you know what resilience feels like. And you've learned those things from simply being here with your friends and enjoying some time and having a great time playing music. And I can tell you, in making a list of the opportunities that music has afforded me in my lifetime, it took half of my sheet here, but to give you a few, I have had travel, education, lifelong friendships and relationships, self-reflection opportunities, a career. I have had opportunities to perform. I have had an outlet for expression, and I have had an opportunity to just enjoy myself. And so the same goes for these 8th graders. The best tribute that they could ever give to me is to continue in band. As you head into high school, I can assure you, and I can assure your parents, the best place for each and every one of these students to be is in that band room. They will meet amazing people. They will have amazing friendships. They will have a safe place to be. They will have the opportunity to not just network with students of their own age, but older students. Have the opportunity to talk to them about academics and college and futures and all of these conversations that will be so important in these next 4 years. Be in band. Play in the concert band. Do marching band. You will have an amazing, crazy amount of fun. But make sure that the music is always a part of your life. Always. To this particular group of 8th graders, I always do an 8th grade gift. And I could not, every time I tried to take care of it, I couldn't do it. And so what I decided instead is that as a surprise to all of you, is next week, during our band class, we are going to have an opportunity for each of us to sit and share one-to-one thank yous, acknowledgments, recognitions, because each and every one of you on this stage should be standing up here with an award. And to do that tonight would have taken like 12 hours. But we will take that time next week, and we are going to have time to just sit and have that special moment. And to me, that felt like so much more beneficial than any bouncy ball or helicopter hat that I could get for you. So please know that is where we are headed with that for next week. To each and every parent and each and every Westview staff member, that outpouring of love and support that I've had this year is unbelievable. From all of the emails and all of the kind words There's no way that I have time to thank each and every one of you individually, but please know that I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me the privilege to experience all of this every day for 15 years. Thank you.
So I don't know if I'm going to live up to that, but I'm going to do my best. Before we go ahead and play our last song, I'd just like to recognize Ms. Kamak, the greatest band teacher anyone could ever ask for. 15 great years here at Westview, and we can't believe she's leaving. We are really grateful for all the work she's put into each concert, festival, and each 6th grade class. We would all like to thank you for challenging us with new music and yelling at our trumpets. And on this last concert, we'd like to present this yearbook that we have made for her. This book consists of pictures from jazz bands, festivals, and other events. I can speak for everyone when I say that we appreciate you a lot, and we greatly missed. Thank you again for all you do and telling us your amazing life stories. Thank you have done for everyone is more than anyone could ever ask. We wish you all the best in your adventures to come. This truly has been a democracy.
Thank you so much. They know me well. I can tell just by the cover of our, this is our ID picture. Our music department is asked every year as staff, we're asked to go take our staff pictures, but we don't take them by ourselves because we don't operate by ourselves. So we take a family picture every year, and this is probably one of the best ones, I think. So thank you so much. This is so thoughtful, and I can't thank you all enough. It has been an amazing last year, and you've done exactly what I asked. I said, let's make this concert spectacular. And that's exactly what you've done. So thank you.
Queen in Concert is a medley of classic Queen songs, including We Will Rock You, Bohemian Rhapsody, Another One Bites the Dust, and We Are the Champions. This fun and challenging song is a great way to conclude our final middle school music performance. Just like Queen, we are creative, fun, entertaining, original, and will not settle for good. Thank you for coming. Please enjoy Queen in Concert.
Before we all leave tonight, one more round of applause, please, for those 7th graders and our heroes performers tonight. And I would like to personally recognize Ms. Proctor, because in addition to coming and directing on a concert tonight, she graduated from college today. So, Ms. Proctor. An amazing opportunity to be able to work with Carrie, and I knew before her time coming here to share with us at Westview that it was going to be extraordinary. One of my great friends, Pete Tays, who teaches at Mountain View High School in Loveland, had the opportunity of hosting her for the first half of our semester for student teaching, and I think we were in the first week, and he texted me something to the extent of amazing, and I got her first. So I knew we were in for great things, and every single day did not disappoint. By the second day of being at Westview, she knew every single student's name. Every single student in those band classes, greeted them by name, was talking to them about things that were important to them, cultivating those relationships with students, and on top of that, being an outstanding musician, mentor, and educator. So I assure you, parents, music community members, you are witnessing the beginning of something extraordinary right here tonight with Carrie Proctor and her Westview Middle School band. Thank you again all so much for coming tonight, and thank you to all the friends and family who joined us via live stream. Such an amazing opportunity for you to be able to share with us tonight, including my husband. Hi. I'm going to take a little shout out to him, who's already living in Alabama and has been since October. So any opportunity we have to communicate, we're going to take it. So, again, thank you all so much for sharing your students with me, for sharing your love of music with them, and continuing to foster those beliefs in your children. It will take them far. And I appreciate every opportunity and every friendship and every laugh that we all have shared together. So thank you so much. And 7th and 8th graders, one more time I have to ask you to help me clean up this stage. Longmont High was gracious enough to have it completely set for us when we came tonight, so we can return the favor by making sure we put things away. Thank you all, and have a great night.